Ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, do we have a video to dive into today. A very interesting part 4 of this missing World Finals trophy was released very recently. With this part 4 coming out, we may be getting some hindsight for future updates coming around the corner involving a super villain family finally coming to the game. With it, a new potential super villain brawler. Hope you guys are pumped up. Let's get straight away into the info. Here we go! So of course everyone, if you guys enjoy what you see here in today's video, be sure you're subscribed to the channel. With all of this crazy stuff kind of coming around the corner, I'm thinking we're right at the cusp of really important lore developments here in Brawl Stars, and you guys already know your boy keeps on top of these things, that's for dang sure. So yeah, make sure to subscribe. But with all of my YouTuber things out of the way, we need to get down to business because we have a ton of very important stuff to get into in today's video. Starting things off over here on the Brawl Stars esports channel, where we're going to be outlining part 4 of this missing trophy mystery series that we've been having in the Brawl Stars community, and things are starting to heat up. But getting into it, maybe Tara can see who stole the trophies, so let's have a watch and then we'll break it down.
The trophy, it's gone! Evidence detected.
Maybe you should ask someone who wasn't at the party that night.
So things are starting to get very, very interesting to say the least with this part 4 of the mystery. They end up going to Tara to see if she can help with fortune telling to see who the actual culprit was that stole the trophy. They bring the most important bits of evidence to Tara to see if she can use this to see who actually stole the trophy, going into some crazy stuff there with her fortune telling, that's for dang sure. But at the very end of the video is where it starts to get very interesting. So at the very end, we see the hole being cut and a hand poking up trying to steal the trophy. So interesting. So this reflection is being interpreted one of two ways. Number one, it's a hand with a golden bracelet just about to reach in and grab the trophy. And number two, the one that I'm having a really hard time seeing, I'm more keen on the first version, is as you can see this symbol popping back up where we have the golden arch kind of looking like Surge with the black sunglasses underneath and then the face underneath that portion as well. Both of these outcomes are pretty dang important, but doesn't really change the whole entire message behind what is going down here in the part 4, and that is, I think we're starting to get into somewhat of a significant outcome here. Now I am going to be bringing in the perspective from someone else in this community who I respect a crap ton when it comes to theory crafting. He's gotten a whole lot right in the past from what we've seen with the Star Park developments and things like that. But before we do that, I want to bring up again this symbol popping up in this 4th part. This is a very significant symbol, seeing that it's popped up in almost every single one of these parts. We've seen it in part 2 popping up as a piece of evidence. We've seen it here in part 3 on the How to Be Evil book, the symbol there on the top, and now seeing it in part 4 here that just came out recently. Now there are a ton of different theories surrounding this symbol, some people thinking that it's Virus 8-bit, some people thinking it's Surge, and some people even thinking that it's Super Ranger Brock's skin, the helmet that he has on his suit. So then that brings us to our next part of the video here today, probably the most important part, where we once thought this story was more of a kind of plot point for the esports, now transitioning into a potential lore development in Brawl Stars, future updates surrounding an evil family coming to the game here in the future. So we're going to be getting some of the perspective from Tyrannical Turnip, one of the best theory crafters here in the Brawl Stars community when it comes to Star Park related things. If you guys haven't watched this 37-minute documentary on Star Park Park, I promise you it will blow your freaking mind. He is a genius. I'll leave the link to his YouTube channel in the description down below. We have future plans to make a pretty dang good video around Star Park for my channel, so be on the lookout for that. Probably not for a while, but it will be coming. So bringing up the conversation with Turnip over here, as you can see, he starts off in saying, now if you've seen the theories, there's been a lot of speculation, and one of the newest ideas is that Surge is the culprit, and that would fit a lot of the clues, the footprints, the symbols, the laser, the hazy reflection. But of course, there's a problem. Surge is a superhero, so why would he be the one to steal the trophy, especially since the book said how to be evil? So this theory surrounding Surge is stemming from things such as this. As you can see, a post over here on Reddit by STIW640, Surge stole the trophy, bringing up a few different bits of evidence that might be supporting Surge as the culprit to this mystery here. We have Surge's lightsaber maybe being the tool that was used to cut through the glass to actually steal the trophy. We have that reflection that we discussed earlier on in today's video being one of two things, a hand or maybe Surge, his head. We have Surge's symbol on his fourth tier looking a lot like that key piece of evidence that we see popping up over and over again, and then his footprints potentially being the footprints that we saw in part 2 of this mystery. So Turnip debunks this in saying that Surge is a superhero, so why would a superhero be stealing things such as the World Finals trophy? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, especially bringing up that point that the book had with that symbol resembling the fourth tier of Surge's helmet being how to be evil. But getting into the second theory here, as you can see, the second theory is that Brock stole the trophy. If you look at the hazy reflection, it has an uncanny resemblance to Super Ranger Brock. The golden eyebrows, the black sunglasses, the light blue forehead, the oil footprints could have been him since he does work with a rocket launcher that probably needs repair every now and again. However, there's a huge flaw with this, and that's the fact that Brock was at the party and therefore he couldn't have stolen the trophy. In part 3 of this mystery, one of the most important takeaways from it was there was a party going on, and Ems being the narrator of this video saying that no one from this party could have stolen the trophy since it happened at the same exact time, and as you can see, Brock was there. And I think that is a very steadfast piece of evidence in this mystery. None of the people here could have stolen that trophy. I think the Brawl Stars esports channel really wanted to establish that from this video here. So that's really important. Also, Max was sitting next to Brock there, so Max couldn't have done it either. But moving along into the next point here, as I've mentioned before, the symbol on the paper seems a lot like Virus 8-Bit's headpiece, but that's the thing. It also happens to look a lot like Surge's 4th upgrade and Super Ranger Brock's helmet. Turnip then goes on and saying, I do not think that this is a symbol for a specific brawler. I believe that this is the symbol for Super City. In every place where it's been shown, it seems to have some relationship to the environment. Even in the photo of Virus 8-Bit, the photo that he's referring to is this one here. So Turnip believes that this V-shaped headpiece that we keep seeing popping up over and over again is not a symbol for the culprit, but an actual symbol for the Super City environment that we got in Season 2 of the Brawl Pass, where all of these brawlers and all the skins with this V-shaped symbol stemmed from. So now that we've crossed off Ems, Brock, and Surge, who does that leave us with? And obviously Max is included too because she was at the party. The answer is no one, at least no brawler that is currently in the game. The catch on the latest clip was that it said tune in next month. I believe that the next brawler will be the start of the new villain trio. Now obviously Supercell wouldn't do this for no reason. There's going to be a big reveal, and what better than to hint it towards the July Brawler. This makes the most sense in my opinion. We have the How to Be Evil book, the Super City references, it just all seems obvious. He then wraps up in saying this also lines up with something similar happening to the Sheriff trio with the Gold Arm gang being introduced, having like a plot point, trying to figure something out, and then Bell was introduced to the game. Just all in all, I feel like this makes the most sense. Plus, Kairos predicted a villain trio and nearly all of his predictions are correct. I think we can all agree with that. Kairos is a prediction master. So I think Turnip's points are incredibly valid. We are seeing this weird mystery turning into something much more important in a later scheme of things. From part 1 all the way to part 4, it's turning into a pretty important Brawl Stars plot point for the lore in general, and might be leading us into this super villain trio, a predicted trio to be coming out for a very long time. If you have a superhero family, it would make sense to have a super villain family. Tons of other people theorizing around that point as well, including Kairos in the past. But yeah, everyone, that is just about it for today's video, breaking down part 4 of this missing trophy. Things are for sure getting very, very interesting. We definitely went into the trenches in today's video, theory crafting pretty dang hard, that's for dang sure. Be sure to let me know what you guys are thinking. I love making these types of videos. They're always some of my favorite to make, and I love the input that you guys bring with it. But yeah, everyone, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios, everybody.